Maximum respect and salutation to all our own people who've been doing poetry, all the poets, yard and abroad. You get me? Darwin Centarbin, you've been doing this very long, and you don't know salutation goes out to you. All of the warriors them were there in the street. You get what me I say? Big up on yourself. Charlie Bobos. A whole heap of people, man. Whole heap. So, at the end of the day, I don't want to talk too much about me. I have three interesting guests who I want to talk to Uno about. Bliss, she have a book out. You get me? Clarice have also a book out. Lori has many books out. You get me? And it is without further delay, let me see. I am going to bring in Bliss right away. Bliss, Bliss, Bliss. How are you doing, little miss? Wagwan.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing tremendously great indeed. It's a pleasure to have you here again on the TDP show.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me back.
And I see you doing quite some amazing things. You're doing arts, you're now an author. The book is called um what's the book again?
Gently, yes.
Gently.
Really.
Yes, and it's available on Amazon, and you will talk more about that book. You will also be performing at the Pawtucket Poetry fourth anniversary. I look forward for your performance, and I just want to congratulate you for all what you're doing, the writings, the music, the paintings, and the humanitarian works that you've been putting out as a young teen.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been lovely and I'm so excited. I love what I do and I can't wait for the 20th. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you and share the stage with so many poets. It's going to be great.
Thank you very much for that. So I need you to do me a favor because I seem to be having a little bit you know, delay on the other end where my guest is concerned. So in the meantime, I will allow you to, take over the show a bit, tell some people more about who you are. I will be right back. Just read few of your poems if you want, and I'll be joining you in less than few minutes.
Okay. Well, hi everybody. My name is Bliss. I'm 18 and I'm currently a senior in high school. I
I'll be
did
right
just
back.
publish I did just publish a book that Craig was telling us about. It's called Gently. You can get it on Amazon, and you can also DM me on Instagram or Facebook. It's just bliss underscore in underscore this. Um, and I'm sure Craig will put that on later in the screen as well. But the book is about the journey of coming back to kindness and compassion. This past year, I talked a little bit last time I was able to be on the TDP show about just my journey of getting here as a songwriter and a singer um, and a producer as well. So I talked a little bit about my journey last time, but just to go over it again, it's been so incredibly humbling. I started writing music about 2.5 years ago, when I was 16, and it's like meditation music and music to bring us back to ourselves and remember who we are and why we're here, and music for compassion and honesty, and um, to empower us to take the a stance in our life that will be for the greater good. So that is my music, that is my poetry, that is my art, and in any and all forms. But the book is specifically about last year when I got very sick and I was going through some treatment and things like that, and um, I really learned that the only way that things work, the only way that we can make progress is if we are gentle and compassionate with ourselves. So I started writing poetry about a year ago, and so this book is just a compilation of the poems from that period until pretty much now, I mean, it's about 90 pages and there's 4 chapters. It's blank pages, discovery, how to love again, and embracing. So it goes kind of chronologically into the journey of coming back to coming back to myself, if you will. So I will read you a few poems. So this is first from the first chapter. I'll read you one from each chapter if time allows. This is from Blank Pages. This is not a letter from joy, not signed by stage or stamped by sunlight. This a letter from your night, from the you who walked through hell and lived to tell you now, from the days of dark and nights filled with hopeless sound. Carelessly misused, radically abused, little girl of blonde and blue is writing this letter to you. You've been burned, you've been scared, you've felt helpless, unprepared, you've been hurt, you've been lied to, but you've chosen to be kind to everyone with empathy, compassion compass endlessly. You've come so far, walked fearless in your night. I'm writing to remind you, you were and are the light. That was from the first chapter. And then Discovery. This poem is called Clarity. Sometimes you must break your heart apart until it opens. Trust in all emotions. Such things are only felt through sifting as we do. Things are as they're meant, and so we dance until what's left is shattered. Everything you thought that mattered, pieces on the floor. Sometimes we must leave to see that we are worth more. All right. And How to Love Again. I think this is probably my favorite chapter, just because, I mean, like I said, the book is chronological, but, and you're back. So this is called Just Like in Spring. I saw my first
Bliss,
rainbow. Hi.
I forgot that my microphone was still muted.
I see.
So yeah, luckily we now have with us Clarice and Lori. But
Oh,
continue with
good.
your reading. I'm just acknowledging that yes, I can see them both. Because we had an issue earlier. Good evening, my daughter. I see you all the way from Jamaica on screen. Now, Bliss, please continue with your reading. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely. I'm so happy we have Lori and Clarice. It's such a great combo tonight. So this one is called Becoming Light. I have become my own hero. Looking at my hands, they hold lifetimes, thinking of the signs and ways in which I've grown. See, I've never been alone. I'm starting to piece my life together like string and puzzles as I discover the closer I look, I see exactly all is here to show me that I am my own hero. It was me who opened up to life as hard as it seemed. The source is moving through me. I believed in something brighter, something lighter. Life and love, I'm sure of it, both are synonyms. When I started feeling them, I changed. It was me who decided to keep walking. A choice, a subtle voice, and God feels like when everything around you tells you to stay, create a day to be your own hero. Point zero has nothing for you anymore. This life adores you. And when I say me, I mean solely the force that moves wind, the love that makes life, that knowing inside it will all be all right. I don't refer to my word or my skin, for we are all made of intangible things. Be your own hero. It takes a choice to deeply commune with that inner voice. So when I was driving to school, I looked at my hands and wept more water than I could crave. For my hands have held a million stories. I looked at the labyrinth of my life for the first time. It made sense. I have cradled lava and slept with stars, shed and grew 10,000 hearts. For the first time, I took a step back and saw undoubtedly clearly that my life is art. Each part became sacred. Perspective slowly, wholly climbing. Be careful, the paint is still drying. Wow. I felt more loved in sound and space. I saw the place of everything. I gave myself a hug, and it was heavenly. I have become my own hero. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. I am happy about that what you just read, Bliss, and other persons were there in the comment section talking about your first poem. So before I, go further, let me tell you a little bit about Bliss and this new book. Kindness is the most advanced form of art. It takes surrendering and the need for answer and embracing the technicolors of uncertainty. To experience extraordinary gently is a lyrical tender collection narrating a lifetime of coming back to kindness. 18-year-old poet, musician Bliss describes the journey of trauma, loss, healing, and empowerment through her first book of poetry. Inspired by nature and self discovery, her loving and authentic touch brings reader back to intimate power of self-love and radical acceptance as we learn to dance with the light, not in spite of, but because of it all. Embrace the being and forever become. Tell them precisely. Bliss, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
So let me run over to backstage and see who I can invite on. Let me invite these two beautiful, awesome, amazing author, these wonderful queens, Lori and Clarice. Okay, Lori and oh, that was Clarice.
Hi,
Okay.
Clarice.
Hi, Bliss. So good to see you.
You as well. You as well. Hi,
Hi,
Lori.
Lori.
Hi.
So happy for you. So proud of you.
It,
Welcome.
it's quite
We're
so
proud
much
of
fun.
you.
Uh Clarice, who are you referring to?
I was referring to Bliss. She was
Oh,
Oh,
saying
thank
that
you.
she's
probably.
proud of us. And I was saying I am extremely proud of Bliss because I cannot imagine as an 18-year-old looking back on my 18-year-old self, looking at all the accomplishments that she is creating. So I'm extremely proud of you, Bliss. And I cannot wait to get a copy of your book in my hands.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, Lori, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for being on the show for the very first time.
Yep.
Lori is the founder of Pawtucket Poetry People, and she's an amazing person who all of us you see here as poets, as
Mhm.
hosts, as authors, she has made these connections possible. And on the 20th of January, we all will be, celebrating, having triumph and a really amazing time, honoring her. Clarice, what do you have to say about that?
Well, first of all, I always tell Lori that going to Pawtucket Poetry is going home for me. There are a lot of different venues in the state of Rhode Island for poetry. And many of us, I would say more than 60, 70% of the poets in Rhode Island, if I had to pick a number, have gotten started in Pawtucket Poetry. Pawtucket Poetry is a beautiful small parlor in Lori's home that she has turned into a place, a haven, not just a place, but a haven for poets and people who like to share their poetry, to come to and just, share their work, practice their work, and become comfortable. And even just if that is all that they want, just to, share their poetry. Some people don't like big crowds, some people like big crowds, whatever. But whatever your situation is, Pawtucket Poetry is that safe haven. As I said, I call it home. I always tease Lori because no matter where I perform, I always love coming back to Pawtucket Poetry because I feel so comfortable there. And like you said, Craig, on the 20th of January, we are going to be celebrating Lori, and we're going to be celebrating Pawtucket Poetry for their 4th anniversary at Atrium on Main in Pawtucket. And I can't wait, because Lori truly deserves this recognition for what she's done for the poets in Rhode Island. And I'm proud and happy to congratulate her and to sing her praises for what she has done.
Okay, thank you so very much. And
Thank, thank you, Clarice.
Just
before
telling the
I
truth.
before I, put the lady of the moment, and I will ask Bliss, how do you feel about this whole movement that has been going on, and how has it helped you?
Oh my goodness. I am so excited for the 20th. It is next Saturday. So, any of you planning to come, it is next Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Atrium on Main. I'm sure we'll have details about it shown later in our beautiful graphic made by Craig. But yeah, I'm incredibly excited, and I'm so grateful to have really stumbled upon Pawtucket poetry. It was I was literally just doing like a Google search of open mics, because I was like, I need to find my people. And I came one night with my friend, with my best friend, and another friend of mine, and since then have been coming back, and it's like Clarice said, it's like home. And it's so I think a lot of people get intimidated, because sharing poetry could be a very vulnerable thing. It absolutely is. But with Lori, we can go up to the mic, we could sit down, we could sit on the floor, like whatever helps us to feel home and to feel safe, and to feel safe expressing our poetry is something really special that not a lot of venues have. So I'm really grateful to call that home as well, and to also be able to share the stage with such wonderful people on the 20th.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you,
Now to the,
Bliss. Thank you.
thank you for being here, everyone. Uh, Lori, I must say welcome again to the TDP show. We know you experienced some issues earlier with connection, but we are happy that you were be able to join the live. So much people have amazing things to say about you and Pawtucket Poetry and the 4th anniversary. I would ask, before I get into the details of Pawtucket Poetry, for the rest of the world who don't know who Laurie Kirkland is, can you please, let the viewers know?
Oh boy. Well, just to keep it relevant, I am the founder of Pawtucket Poetry. And the reason I created Pawtucket Poetry was, like the other lady said, was to find my people. I wanted to be around poets. I wanted to be around people who understood how important words are. And the most important part of all of it is to have a safe space to share such a thing. Um, and that's what Pawtucket Poetry has turned out. Look at these beautiful pictures. Yep, everything Bliss said and Clarice said is true. I find it very interesting that Bliss can make those observations with having been only, I don't know how many, she's been coming a while, but not as long as Clarice, and they have the same assessments. So I think that's a beautiful thing. We have sat on the floor at Pawtucket Poetry, and it does feel like family. Strangers come the first time and we're hugging, people are connecting, and it's a beautiful thing. So who am I? I am the quiet one behind the name. That's it. You all know I don't usually go for the spotlight, so
We know,
here I am.
Laurie. That's why I say it's a pleasure to have you here, and it's an honor for you to take the privilege to be on this platform today. And I really appreciate that. So on the 20th, it will be the anniversary. at the atrium on Main. Quickly while I run through some pictures, you can just, if you want, you can just say, hey, this person is so and so. You can just say something that you know, the little that you know about these persons. Starting off with myself. What would you say
Really?
about Mr.
Really?
Kirkland here?
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So, like, why did everybody make the cut? Like, what exactly are you asking?
Just basically talk about, Mr. Kirkland is on, he's a person who is a part of the whole promo team. You come out, come check him out with the whole
How
nine
about how
yards.
about how about I
Now that
just
I've said that, hold on. Now that I've talked about me, it makes no sense we elaborate more. So let me run through this young lady by the name of Jill. Tell us a little about Jill.
okay, so what I was going to say is the people that made this event are special to Pawtucket Poetry for many of the same reasons. And Jill is one of the top three attendees of Pawtucket Poetry. And that's not why she made it on here, but Jill has been coming since almost day one. Um, I have totally enjoyed Jill's poetry. She has created several books. She is very faithful and dedicated to sharing at Pawtucket Poetry. That matters to me. When people continue to show up through COVID, through uh, rain, snow, wind, all kinds of temperatures and weather conditions, and Jill is one of those people that shows up all the time. And I really appreciate that because um, it's important to
Okay.
me.
Thank
So,
you very
yeah.
much for that. And Mike,
Michael is the day one. Michael has been coming since day one. So for 4 years, Michael has been coming. Um, we share a connection that uh, sometimes is deeper than poetry, and I appreciate that. And again, Michael has been very loyal, very dedicated, and very constant. I appreciate
thank you very
Michael and
much.
look forward to having him there.
And this
Clarice,
wonderful lady
same
here.
thing, Clarice. Clarice, wow, you're here. So you are amazing person to me. You have also been coming for a long time, for years. You have had our backs, and I won't give the details, but you have stood firm and stood up for Pawtucket Poetry in many different situations. And personally, you've grown to be a good friend of mine. So I appreciate you very much.
And this
Bliss.
young lady here.
Yes, Bliss. Bliss, you just stole my heart. You just stole my heart. I mean, you don't have longevity, but you are just 100% all love. You came in, you shared your poetry, you shared your heart, you shared your story. Yeah, I get emotional when I think of you, so I'm just gonna stop because I just love you
Oh,
so much.
oh, I love you too.
Nelson also been coming for years. I love when people have reasons not to come to Pawtucket Poetry, like they're working or they're at their second or third job or they're out of town, but they make the effort anyway. Nelson is one of those. He will be out working his second job maybe, and he'll just say, I've got to do poetry. So he'll swing by without any warning and pop in and do poetry with us. Vlad has been coming since way in the beginning. Sometimes when there was only one or two people in the room, Vlad was there. Vlad has been very supportive, very special, very entertaining. And when I think of Pawtucket Poetry, I think of Vlad. So Vlad's there. And Shamari has shared so much intimate, personal, poetic experiences with us at Pawtucket Poetry and has let me know how important it is to him. Um, and I appreciate his consistently showing up. So Shamari is very important. Damien's also one of the day oneers. Been coming for a long time, years. Very special connection to Damien. Love the poetry. One of the first poets who really, the poems got right inside me and caused me to feel things I wasn't expecting to feel. And that's really amazing. So I appreciate and love Damien so much. So that's
Thank you
that's
so
that.
very much for that, Lori. And also let me add, we of we, the organizers, we do appreciate every single individual that ever came out to Pawtucket Poetry, even though it's been only a year now since I've been a part of it. But you know, we have to say maximum respect and thanks to every individual who made it out. All the poets, we love you. Much respect for your effort and appreciation. Um, Clarice, how do you feel to be sharing stage again? Well, it's a much bigger stage versus the Pawtucket poetry space. But how do you feel to be sharing one major stage with all these amazing talents here?
Well, first of all, I believe Bliss said something that really stuck with me. She said she had to find her people. And I love that. I jotted that down, Bliss. You're always teaching me things. You're 18 years old and you're teaching me some things here, Bliss. So I really appreciate that with you. Yes, it is a pleasure to share the stage with people with your tribe, because it's not always a popular thing to be a poet. It's not always flashy or anything like that, to sit around talking about words and the way that people put words and thoughts and feelings together. So to be able to share the stage with these incredible people and everybody who you named there, who's going to be them, very, very excited about being with them on the 20th. And also I love being with them when I'm at Pawtucket Poetry, because it's like that's where the spirit is leading us. And I just want to go back for a second to speaking about Lori, and I know that she's blushing now, and she's not really gonna like that I'm talking about her, because she really is so much about promoting everybody else. But if it's okay, Craig, I just want to take a second to read something from my book. It's called "There's a Calling." That's one of the poems that's in my book. Excuse me while I live my life. And Lori reminds me of this poem, and this poem reminds me of Lori. Very often, a lot of people think about doing different things, but not everybody does them. And they say, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have some place that's like this? Or wouldn't it be nice to put something together that is like that? But Lori didn't just think about it. She did it. She had a calling and she did it. And because she did this, because she created the parlor of her home into our home, the Poets of Rhode Island, and invites us there, as Bliss said, some of us sitting on the floor, some of us at the mic, some of us reading from our seats, wherever it's most comfortable. She has helped all of us so much. So this poem is in my book. It's called "There's a Calling," and I want to publicly dedicate it to Lori right now. There's a calling. There's a calling that only few can hear, for a path that may yet seem unclear. It's to those who have the strength to say, I accept the charge, I'll lead the way. And those few who hear and heed the call are the ones whose names are said by all. For it is not a mystery that those who heed the call make history. And it's not about them, it's about the deed. They saw the problem and they met the need. And it's not for all, it's for just the few. Do you hear the calling? Is it calling you? And I dedicate that to Lori because she heard the calling. She knew there needed to be a place where all of us could come together. She didn't even know who was going to come. And on January 20th, she's making some history because we're putting Pawtucket Poetry out there to say thank you, and to say thank you to Lori. So Lori, you heard the calling and you answered it, and all of us are better for it. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Clarice.
Yeah, that is so true.
Hi, I'm Clarise Annette Brooks, and I am very excited because a great celebration is coming up. Those of you who are poets, and even if you're not a poet, if you happen to live in or near the state of Rhode Island, you have probably heard of Pawtucket Poetry. Pawtucket Poetry, to us in the poetry field in this great state, is home. It's where so many of us have gotten started. We started practicing our work there. We started becoming more comfortable with the microphone there. We just have fun whenever we are there. And it is the 4th birthday, the 4th anniversary of Pawtucket Poetry. And we are celebrating on January 20th, 2024. We'd love to have you there. We'd love to have you join us. The exact address is Atrium on Main, 285 Main Street in Pawtucket. Once again, Atrium on Main, 285 Main Street in Pawtucket, January 20th, 2024. We are going to be performing. We're going to be celebrating. We are going to just be in our glory and celebrating Pawtucket Poetry and its founder, Laurie Kirkland, who has done an amazing job in just welcoming everyone with the spoken word and who has poetry in their hearts. So won't you come on out and join us? I'll be there along with some other fantastic poets who have, again, started there and who just love Pawtucket poetry and who feel that it is home, which is what it is to me. No matter where I perform, I always love coming back to Pawtucket poetry because that's very much where I got started and where I learned a lot about my craft. Come join us January 20th, 2024, Atrium on Main. We're going to have a great time celebrating. Thanks. See you there.
Can't hear
Gosh,
you.
I'm muted again. So yes, the Pawtucket Poetry's 4th anniversary at the Atrium on Main. People do roll out, do share this, let the world see and hear this. At approximately 5:45, we should be premiering Clarice Annette Brooks' first official poetry video. But before we go to that, Bliss, how do you feel to be sharing stage with all these amazing people you happen to see and meet? For me, I must say I'm happy, I'm honored. I respect and appreciate all you poets. If it wasn't for Lori, I would not be meeting none of y'all because after Panda, saw me and gave me that connections, that how it works, and you all treat me like family, and the journey continues. But Bliss, you heard Clarice and you heard my story. Tell us, how do you feel?
I feel the same way. I'm so excited. I'm so honored. Um, a lot of these people that are going to be there, I haven't even met yet. So I am very excited to meet them and to see their different styles of poetry and how they sort of touch the intangible with their words. So I'm so honored and excited. I feel like that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really do respect and appreciate that. It's a pleasure having you here just the same. And as a person who been involved with, you know, the event and a lot of promos, I am always happy to, help you all promote what needs to be promoted.
Thank you.
Craig,
Please
I
hold
got
for a minute.
something.
Just a second.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Laurie.
I just wanted to say one more thing about all the poets. We listed off about 9 or 10 of them, but I just want other people who are listening to this live stream or will watch it later to know that every single person who comes to Pawtucket Poetry holds a place in my heart. It's not just the 8 or 10 that are on the event on the 20th, because everybody who comes is important. And I could list off reasons why for each one.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And I hope you all be listening and understanding that you all are special, you all are loved. But we only had, few little hours. Everyone could not be on, but there will be more events after events and more people will be included. So I like that you stated that. It's very important. So I will go to a quick break again, and then I will, talk some more about the event. And this show might not be too long because, it's an abbreviated TDP today. We talk mostly just about the event and nothing more. Persons will be performing. We have 3 people. All of us will be performing somewhat. Talk about the hosts. Who'll be helping you to host this event?
Well, Michael is, I don't know the word for it, emceeing. Michael is going to be doing that. And I've asked Jill to also help participate. And I'm sure you have people helping as well, right?
Well, it's all our events, so we all will participate and make it great. I'm sure Clarice will still participate just the same. Bliss, everyone. We are doing this for you, Lori, and you deserve it, like Clarice said earlier. So let's go.
Hi everyone! If you are local to Rhode Island and are interested in the local poetry scene, I am incredibly excited to invite you and all of your friends to Pawtucket Poetry's 4th year anniversary celebration. Our event is going to be held at the Atrium on Main at 285 Main Street, Pawtucket, Rhode Island from 6 to 10 p.m. Pawtucket Poetry is where many of us poets, including myself, have had the space to become comfortable and confident in sharing, discussing, and promoting our work, but most importantly, learning to be open and share our message in the first place. For me, Pawtucket Poetry was one of the first spaces where I was able to feel the impact my poetry had on others, and that really meant a lot to me and is what inspired me to start compiling my first poetry book that will be debuted and sold that night. It's titled Gently, set for release in January. And I'm honored to share the space as a featured poet with so many talented and unique artists. We're going to be sharing some of our favorite poems and giving deep thanks and appreciation to Miss Lori Kirkland for building and inspiring such a beautiful community. It's going to be amazing. If you have poetry in your heart, I urge you to come join us. It's going to be an incredible time. I hope to see you there, from my heart to yours.
Thank you so very much. Do
Very sweet.
appreciate that, Bliss. Do appreciate all of you people who are here. Clarice, I think your video should be premiering sometime soon. Let me see how I can try to bring it on stream so we can see it. What's happening? Okay.
So
Okay,
excited.
I did get that notification. Let me see. How do I do this? Some things I can't even remember. If I cease to see this, if I cease to seize this moment. World premiere! First time seen on these YouTube screens. The beautiful Miss Clarice Annette Brooks. Clarice Annette Brooks is proud to have multi-decade career as an educator stemming from Queens, New York. She currently resides in Rhode Island with her husband Alexander, their 2 children, Alexia and Danielle, and her dog Percy. Writing has always been the love of hers, and she's pleased to share her first book, also her first video. In her free time, she enjoys baking, going for long walks beside the ocean, watching old movies and documentaries, browsing through the bookstore, listening to interesting podcasts, and traveling. And of course, how can I forget reading poetry? Ladies and gentlemen, across the universe, we present to you, If I Cease to See This Moment.
If I cease to seize this moment, if I cease to seize this moment, I will dwell within lament. I will live with self-chastisement and feelings of regret. If I cease to seize this moment, all the plans inside my mind will begin to minimize and then be left behind. If I cease to seize this moment, then I will never know how the greatness I once sought could have been nurtured and well sown. And if I cease to seize this moment, I will never see the person that I always knew I had the power to be.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much, Craig. I
Yay.
really appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. Premiere for the first time on YouTube.com. Clarise Annette
Was
Brooks.
that was beautiful, Clarice and Craig. Nice
Yes.
job.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Yes.
so
Lori.
very much.
And I thank you, Amaziah the Great, for even thinking about it and recording and directing it. You're multi-talented. And I appreciate what you said about how you support other poets, because you don't just talk about it, you actually do it. You say, come on, let's get the cameras out and
Let's
let
go.
me help promote you. And that's something that is greatly, greatly appreciated. I will treasure this. And it was your work. So I really am very grateful to you. Thank you. Came out beautifully.
Thank you so very much.
Beautiful.
I also do plan to let someone else share a pleasant smile on their face after I play this video real quick. You might know that person, but if you see them, just make sure you tell them that, oh, they are so amazing. Oh, well, she probably knows.
I am Lori Kirkland of Pawtucket Poetry, inviting you to our 4-year anniversary celebration on January 20th at Atrium on Main. Get your tickets on Eventbrite, and we'll see you there.
Happy mode. Yes, Lori, indeed, you are awesomely amazing and a powerful person on this planet. Here
Bliss
to
Bliss inspired me to record that, you know.
Oh,
Yay, Bliss.
wonderful. I'm happy to
teamwork makes the dream
meet you.
work. So 4 people are in the comment section. Let me go to them real quick. I see Fabian on. It's a friend of mine from Jamaica. Fabian, maximum respect. I see, oh, for the very first time, I see my mother, Ina
Ooh,
Allen.
Woo!
So
yes.
she's watching the live. She's watching the live. And then I also see my brother, Phil
Oh,
O'Neill Morgan, all the way from Canada. You get me?
wow.
So Phil is on. I see my daughter is on. And, it's a family friendly type of vibration. And you all are family, ladies. So I do have to say maximum respect and thanks, for all of you participating and making this event a great event. Um, Before I say anything more, I think I deserve to talk about what's going on. I'm not seeing. Okay. Let me put her back on screen as much as she don't like to be on. Now,
Yeah, but I
I would.
brought your T-shirt, you see?
It's okay. I see it. Let me talk about Lori.
Oh boy.
Now, she is an amazing author of many books. I think my favorite numbers is 7. I was born on the seventh day. And
Mm.
talking about born in on the seventh day, our first book was written in the month I was born. May 14, I don't know when it was written, but when it was posted and out available, it was May 14th of 2016. So
Was it this one?
Kaleidostorm.
Kaleidostorm, right.
Originally published as a short story series, now available as a novella, a story of hope, perseverance, and determination that will grab a hold of your heart. As Ashley discovers her purpose in life, you may find yourself seeking the same. Her second book continued, From My Heart. This collection of inspirational writings are actually posts from Lori, Walk of Faith blog. They are little lessons of faith as she experienced them. This book may serve as a devotional for some and food for thought for others. Whichever you may see them, they are indeed from her heart. Continuing with our third book, and this is a collection of books released to the wild. Released to the wild, a collection of poetry, prose, and thoughts from the author's life has been released from a difficult marriage to the wild of the world. This collection represents a 4-year period of wandering and searching. I go to the second educational bouquet of wildflowers.
Emotional bouquet.
Emotional bouquet. Peek inside the mind of the emotions of Wildflower as it speaks through poetry about its journey and feelings towards loved one.
Oh.
The next one is Rose, a short collection of poems about roses as they relate to the life of the author. Greenery. Greenery is the third poetry book in the Emotional Bouquet collection. Set to various types of greenery in nature, each poem draws a memory, thought, or emotion associated with loved one.
Mm.
And finally, Filler Flower. And this was our fourth and final poetry book in the Emotional Bouquet collection. Here, the author captures
1,
the
2,
beauty
3,
of
4.
friends
Whoa.
as flower and strangers as friends and a poet as husband.
Ah,
Laurie, how are you doing? Welcome back to the TDP show. You are an amazing person. You should know. Big respect in every aspect. We are pleased to have you here on the TDP for the very first time. You thought you wouldn't be doing amazing, but let me tell you this, and Clarise and Bliss can also tell you, you are phenomenal.
Yes.
Yes, agreed.
Lori, I had no
what?
idea that you had so many books. You're amazing. Maximum respect.
Thank you.
Maximum respect in every aspect.
Bliss, let me tell you
Yes.
something.
Greatness
You,
indeed.
Bliss,
Yes.
your book, I don't know if you can see this. One of these books, I did illustrations kind of
Oh,
like you did. I don't know
yeah.
how to do this. See how it's just a little pencil drawing? When
Yes.
your book has those same things and it's very relatable.
So
Oh,
Coach
yeah.
Verona is here and Coach is saying cheers.
Yay.
Naisha is saying more
Yes.
fire. Well, in Jamaica, more fire mean keep it blazing. So any one of you lovely poets want to read something, any one of you three, you can feel free. It's our show. We do what we want. No one can tell us to get off. It's us, and we are happy to be here. Pawtucket Poetry people, the 4th anniversary do turn out at the Atrium on Main, January the 20th. Hold on, let me go to a break real quick. Please check your books and whatever you want to read, you can feel free to read. I'll be right back.
Yo, me don't tell them precisely. It's someone say the great, I'm keeping it lively, vibes energizing. Big respect to all fans. You're watching the TDP show with Thomas the Great. And you should know. Keep watching this channel and share it, let the world see and hear it.
Wagwan. I am Amaziyah the Great. Tell them precisely. And right now, at this moment in time, I am in Boston, Massachusetts, at the Boylston Street. And here, about a decade or so ago, something very tragic happened. And let me read what I see on Google. Boston Marathon bombing. The Boston Marathon bombing was a domestic terrorist attack that took place during the annual Boston Marathon on April 15, 2013. Brothers D. Huskar and... Go Google it. It's there. It's public information. I don't want to pronounce the wrong names, but you are watching the TDP show with Amaziyah the Great. Keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Great was the gateway while the sunshine will make it. We'll never stop. Tell them precisely. Greatness. Go Google it. I don't know what to say. Go Google it. Yes, and that was me in Boston with the beautiful Miss Clarise Annette Brooks. Just performed at Boston Library. Yes. So anyone of you want to go first?
I looked, but I can't read by the blue light, so I'm out.
I would love to hear something else from Bliss's book.
Oh, sure. All right.
In the meantime, while she's...
You don't have to be an artist to make art. You don't have to be a singer to sing. In fact, kitchen karaoke is my favorite thing. No need to be a writer just to write of how you feel. Focus on the means in which the things that help you heal. Grab the pen, play the note, it will be all right. Amazing things can happen if you're brave enough to try. Keep watching the TDP show with Amaziyah the Great. Tell them precisely.
Tell them precisely. Welcome back. Bliss, take it
Oh,
away.
thank you. This is called A House by the Sea. Maybe this is it. It doesn't look how like I ever thought it would, but at the same time, it is everything I have ever wanted. This poem doesn't rhyme, and it doesn't need to. Because how can they tell me that chemistry is not art? How can they say that feeling free, yet infinitely committed, is not science? And that tears of gratitude are not sacred? They can't, and they won't, because you and I are a force, a magnitude. And when I looked up at the speckled sky last night, I saw a dance in constellations, a masterpiece of perception. I saw us in its reflection, because we are art. Maybe this is it. Maybe there is nothing left to do and everything left to feel through. Maybe this is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bliss. I
Lovely.
really do appreciate that. And I think, I would, before I say anything else, people, let me say this again. Clarice Annette Brooks' official poetry video has premiered.
Woo!
Feel free to go check it out on YouTube. And I need the poets to get involved in sharing other poets' work. I want to see for 2024 and beyond poets, cramming up YouTube. I need to see poets having, millions of views, just like how, other genre are, escalating to the highest points. It comes with just support and people. That's all we need right now. We just need to be there for each other, supporting each other daily, because it is indeed important for us to be, sharing our contents, sharing our videos. You get me? So please participate. I will again, show the video for those who never seen it, and this is the works of yours truly, Amaziyah the Great. Take a look again once more.
If I cease to seize this moment, if I cease to seize this moment, I will dwell within lament. I will live with self-chastisement and feelings of regret. If I cease to seize this moment, all the plans inside my mind will begin to minimize and then be left behind. If I cease to seize this moment, then I will never know how the greatness I once sought could have been nurtured and well sown. And if I cease to seize this moment, I will never see the person that I always knew I had the power to be.
I am Lori Kirkland of Pawtucket Poetry, inviting you to our 4-year anniversary celebration on January 20th at Atrium on Main. Get your tickets on Eventbrite, and we'll see you there.
Hey viewers, my name is Jillian Murray, the CEO of Catch It From the Roots. Continue to watch the TDP show, like, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the TDP show. I'm here with some amazing people. The Pawtucket Poetry Anniversary is on January 20th at the Atrium on Main. That's 285 Main Street, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We got amazing persons to be performing. Clarise Annette Brooks, she's on our screen this evening. We got Michael Blaze, we got Jill Miller, Shamari Woods, Vlad Jean, Damian Nathaniel, Bliss, she's also an amazing person here on screen. She's multi-talented. Nelson Tavares, and yours truly, Amaziyah the Great. Precisely. Clarice, you have anything that you want to read?
I'll share. You always say the journey continues, and this is one of the
Precisely.
points of my book called "Our Journey Is Still Long," and it just goes to show that we're still growing, we're still climbing individually, as friends and kindred spirits in the world of poetry. So I'll just read this poem. Our journey is still long. Rest for just a moment beneath the rays of the bright sun. Let them energize your spirit for work yet to be done. Our cause is so very great. The need is truly vast. So hold tightly to those rays. Let the energy they give you last. Now come along, fellow warriors. We must now carry on. There is much that lays before us, for our journey is still long. So I'm just excited to see where our continued work as individual artists and as artists who support each other and who respect each other so much brings us. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be wonderful. So I dedicate that poem to all of the poets of Pawtucket poetry and all the poets of Rhode Island and beyond. Our journey is still long.
And so it is.
Okay, I do appreciate that. So let me do this. Oh, is my mom still on? Okay, if my mom's still on, Phil, please send her a message, and she needs to hear this poem because she probably never did. Okay. Mother, why did you send me off to America? The question I asked. Her reply was, child, you are talented. Go find a new start. She never liked to get a life and she want me get a better life. Jamaica crime rate to escalate. Every day death arise. Make a choice. Migrate and get a wife. Me link me uncle Barry for some money. Him say, see it, I go set it right. Make everybody nice. Michelle bought me my ticket the next day. Me get a flight. Why did you send me off to America at a time so cold? I've come to realize all that glitter isn't gold. And everybody kind as I encountered harsh times, tears streamed on my face as I write these lines in these poems. My love me picking them bad, I miss seeing my kids smile. Progression on my mind, the rocky mountains I still climb, but give God thanks for life, precisely I'm still fine. I miss Jamaica bad, the warm Caribbean sunshine. It's not like I can't survive in the US, enough opportunities here, but I will not be fooled, racism still here, plus people dying everywhere. I miss my good old Jamaican food, GMO, waste of time, traveling state to state, great, but me not the right state of mind. I can't meditate great if me not have a space of mind, so I read words of wisdom, so nonsense not penetrate my mind. Well, me gonna send me off to America when more problem evolve. This woman pretending to be authentic, but find out say she's a real fraud. She come and tell me certain things that me decide me not gonna do it. She start calling me retard. I will not stoop low. And at this moment, if you know, any minute now, look back for me reach a yard. Why did you send me off to America? And next one, real quick, is called The Fight. In this mind of mine, I took time to find more time to be fine as my thoughts incline and climb on I. I refuse to let either drain energy from I. Monsters are creeping, thinking I'm sleeping. I'm fully awake, 4 decades pleading. Fighting while smiling, even while I'm weak. The journey continues, even while I'm bleeding. You'll never make it. I ignore their speaking, their fiction, sickly misleading. Persuasion, invasions, beasts and zombies trying to control me, but can't understand me. Be silent. Shh. I fight without violence. Spoken words subdue you like a hostage tyrant. I am your children's children. History assignment. Writing myself in the future with provoking highlights to capture your eyesight. I need you to understand me. It's pointless you try and ban me. I'm fueling the world with words like bright lights. I write what I like, whether or not you like, it's my choice. I'm greater than your thought. Tell them precisely. The fight continues. There are many others just like me. And one final one before I go, because I'm about to end the show. But I'm going to let you all close out. This one is called For Our Children to Know. And as my children watch from another part of the world, I want my children to know me as one that is great. Education is essential. Time mustn't waste. With the power of knowledge, there's no limit to what you can create. You will encounter hurdles in life, even frightening earthquakes, but never stop. Aim higher and escalate. I also stumbled and fell on my journey. Yeah, I made mistakes. Still, I elevate and stay awake. Fueling my mind with positive energy while I vibe and meditate. I pay close attention to nature and sounds birds make. People business, man, I discuss it, I mix up, man, I partake. My heart aches, I can't take. Liars and pretenders all fake. Hence why I separate myself from illusion. Confusion will never penetrate. Core of my mind, I smile, I embrace greatness, fairness among all human race. Notice this face. Me not live trace, I will never disgrace my people for position more than power in this case. But it's somewhat complicated when the world is in a sick state. Love, politics, and religion are folks in a trick state. Miseducation, misinformation, misunderstandings, mistakes are the reason for your failure. So rise and surprise them with a bliss face. Okay, so we are almost about to close out. Anything you guys want to say? Anything? I'll start off with Bliss.
I do have a question for you, just for the general public. If anybody wants to get tickets, they can get them on Eventbrite. Is that right? Are there links to that in the Pawtucket Poetry bio?
There is.
Yes, it's all over. And I'm about to put the link in this video after the stream is over. So people can click the link, go to Eventbrite, and grab your ticket ASAP to avoid the rush because there will be more at the door.
Beautiful. And I can share one more poem before
Yes, you can. Feel free.
passing. Thank you. So this is called Fragmented, like my poems. I realize sometimes things are better left broken. And broken, we can see it all vulnerable and open. If I hadn't shattered into sea glass colored parts, things just wouldn't have their depth, and neither would my art. Thank you.
Thanks very much. I do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay. So we are there with Bliss. And let me see. Oh, by the way, please hold for a minute. Let me go to a quick break. And then, Clarice, you can do what you have to. But before I do that, they say it's a free world, free speech. Fear not. If you've got your story to share, there's a global audience anticipating to hear. Be bold, be truthful, tell them precisely. Join us on youtube.com, Great Amaziyah, for the TDP show. Sundays at 5 p.m. And this is not about just interviewing artists only, but we want to interview everybody. Players of instruments, comedians, poets, actors, actresses, dancers, people with talents who now get fair share. And remember, it's all about honesty, the truth about your opinion. We want the world to know. Amaziyah the Great, tell them precisely. Welcome back, Clarice. How are you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. And I guess I'll just,
Hold on, Clarice.
yeah.
Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
Bliss, before I, go
Yes.
over to Clarice, tell persons where they can get your book, where
Yeah.
they can get your music, and where to see you next performing.
Oh, All right, so my book is for sale on Amazon, and you can also send me a message on Instagram or Facebook if you'd like me to write something in there for you. I can absolutely do that and make that happen. And for music, I'm on everything: Spotify, Apple Music, any other streaming platforms, just under Bliss. And the next time I'll be performing is the 24th. I'll be performing for Hasbro, but to the public on the 27th, I'll be performing at the mental health fair here in Barrington with the Confetti Kids of New England. So that is here in Barrington at the public library not this Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards. So look forward to seeing you there if you can make it.
You're
I
not
think
done,
you're
Bliss.
also
You're not
performing on the
done.
20th.
I'm
Yes,
listening for that. You're not done.
yes,
What's wrong with
and the
you?
20th, of
Yes, you
course.
could not. You should not miss this one, Bliss. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought that was a given. That's a given. Yes, I'll be here on the 20th.
Yeah, for those who just join in, even my daughter saying, "Well done, Bliss." I had to take it
Thank
off
you.
because that you miss. Okay, Clarice, take it away without no delay.
Yeah, that's exactly what you just asked is exactly what I was going to say. Bliss, where can we get your work and your new book? So I'm glad that Craig asked that question because that's exactly what I was going to ask. And I also just wanted to congratulate you. I know you must be so excited. I know this feeling of expecting a new book to come out, and I'm so excited and happy for you and proud of you, Bliss. So I'm honored
Thank
to know
you.
you as well. You are an 18-year-old young lady who is just making things happen. And that is so powerful. And I congratulate you. Lori, I thank you again. You do so much for myself and for all of the poets of Rhode Island, and all of us who happen to connect with you are better off for it. So again, I sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Craig, thank you so much for the TDP show. You're connecting artists across the world. That's a really great thing that you're doing. You support artists all the time, offering to record them and support them and get their names out there. So, I can't say thank you enough. So this is a great, quad right here. And there's so many more out there that I'm looking forward to working with and connecting with in Rhode Island. Thank you so much, all of you.
I love your energy, your vibe, and how you go about promoting. You get me, and not just yourself. You promote others just the same.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think uh, we are all learning from each other, so
Mhm.
that's a plus. I'm sure other persons see stuff I do, and they take on to that. I see stuff you do. I see stuff Lori do. It works vice versa. So we all have some things that we see, and we all have these things in common. Sometimes there are person they will see you do stuff and like the idea, but they will not give you your flowers or your role. It's we are here for us. So
Mhm.
that's what we're about: love, happiness, and motivation. So
Yes.
thanks to you all.
Mhm. The journey continues.
Precisely,
Yes.
Ori, lady of the moment.
Yes, sir.
In a few days, you'll be in a happy mood. I hope you'll be
I,
joining me singing on stage since the kids are not here. When I say we're in a happy mood, you just say happy mood.
oh my goodness. Can you all picture me doing that?
Yes.
Ah. And Ramsey, you are here. DJ Natty Ranks. Maximum respect to all the people who join in on the platform. So, Lori,
Yes. I'm looking forward to the 20th. I know we talked a lot about my books. Just know that they were published under the name I had prior to November. So if you don't know it, you can message me and I will tell you what that name is because I have done due diligence to get my name changed everywhere. So the 20th is going to be a phenomenal evening. I cannot wait to be around all of the poets, hear all the things that people are going to share, and just celebrate. We have so many things in store that you have no idea about. So it's going to be an amazing night. Please bring your friends, bring your family, bring your loved ones, bring your neighbor, your coworkers, bring everybody. It's going to be a great night.
and go get the tickets on Eventbrite ASAP. Thanks to
That's
the
right.
persons who purchased already.
Yep.
Before as you mentioned your books, Lori, I have to, show them on screen in case they want to go search for it. I know you're a person not promoting because you're not looking nothing, no limelights, no highlights, but you be you. You promote so many people more than how you promote yourself. So we have to promote you. Tell them precisely. So this book is one called Greenery from the collection of the emotional bouquet. Yep, yep. And there goes the name that she was saying that it's under before she finally tied a knot with this amazing Jamaican poet. Yes. And then there's another one, and another one,
Thank you.
and another one,
That one's my favorite.
and another one, and another one, and another one.
Wow.
So there they are, people. And of course, I could not be talking about so many books and not talk about my book. Take a look. It's on Amazon. Don't Cry by Craig A. Kirkland. Available on Amazon, like I said. But if you want books, all the poets who have written books or book, they are asked to take their
This
book
thing off
or
my
books
face.
to the anniversary where if persons want to get copies signed and all of that, yes, feel free to come get the book there. Yes. So thank you all for tuning into the TDP show. I will try to give you another reminder, play another hat before I go out. So she does not want. By the way, did I say where you're from? She's from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And she has been hosting this event for 4 years now. Just turn up. That's all I have to say. I have nothing much more to say. But big respect to all the authors, the poets, the participants. Big respect to H. Rum on Main. Big respect to, all the persons who are helping us to. Oh, Lori, big respect and thanks to all the persons who are sharing the
Yes.
promo.
I was going to say that, but I can't
then
see my
no,
face.
hold on. You can say it. Come on, you can do it. Oh no, I did the wrong thing.
Mhm.
Oh my days. So there we have it, people. I think I took you off
Yes.
screen.
Yeah, we're here.
Come on.
I wanted to say that. I wanted to say thank you to all the people on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and even Threads. Some people I don't even know and have never met are sharing all of our event posts. I think of preferably Pawtucket, Coach Verona, Max Winnett shares, Rosatiba, and then all kinds of local people. Atrium on Main shares. I think I saw the Black Bloc shared a post the other day. So I really appreciate all of the people that I may not know who share all about the event. I thank you.
Hi, I'm Clarise Annette Brooks, and I am very excited because a great celebration is coming up. Those of you who are poets, and even if you're not a poet, if you happen to live in or near the state of Rhode Island, you have probably heard of Pawtucket poetry. Pawtucket poetry, to us in the poetry field in this great state, is home. It's where so many of us have gotten started. We started practicing our work there. We started becoming more comfortable with the microphone there. We just have fun whenever we are there. And it is the 4th birthday, the 4th anniversary of Pawtucket Poetry. And we are celebrating on January 20th, 2024. We'd love to have you there. We'd love to have you join us. The exact address is Atrium on Main, 285 Main Street in Pawtucket. Once again, Atrium on Main, 285 Main Street in Pawtucket, January 20th, 2024. We are going to be performing. We're going to be celebrating. We are going to just be in our glory. Lori and celebrating Pawtucket poetry and its founder, Lori Kirkland, who has done an amazing job in just welcoming everyone with the spoken word and who has poetry in their hearts. So won't you come on out and join us? I'll be there along with some other fantastic poets who have, again, started there and who just love Pawtucket poetry and who feel that it is home, which is what it is to me. No matter where I perform, I always love coming back to Pawtucket poetry because that's very much where I got started and where I learned a lot about my craft. Come join us January 20th, 2024, Atrium on Main. We're going to have a great time celebrating. Thanks. See you there.
And for those who are just watching this video, maybe not on the live, maybe the after live, who are watching this video for the very first time, what would you have to say to them? Anyone you can represent?
Look us up on social media, right? Look up Pawtucket Poetry on all social media platforms except X. I'm not on X, but and then you'll be linked to everyone else.
So where else? You're on TikTok as Pawtucket Poetry, on
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook as
Yep.
Pawtucket Poetry.
And
So do follow the
Threads.
page.
And
You
Threads.
also have a weekly event going on. Just look us up and you will see the location and the time, because there is not a set time for the weekly, but the set time for the anniversary is January 20th.
Hi everyone! If you are local to Rhode Island and are interested in the local poetry scene, I am incredibly excited to invite you and all of your friends to Pawtucket Poetry's 4th year anniversary celebration. Our event is going to be held at the Atrium on Main at 285 Main Street, Pawtucket, Rhode Island from 6 to 10 p.m. Pawtucket Poetry is where many of us poets, including myself, have had the space to become comfortable and confident in sharing, discussing, and promoting our work, but most importantly, learning to be open and share our message in the first place. For me, Pawtucket Poetry was one of the first spaces where I was able to feel the impact my poetry had on others, and that really meant a lot to me and is what inspired me to start compiling my first poetry book that will be debuted and sold that night. It's titled Gently, set for release in January. And I'm honored to share the space as a featured poet with so many talented and unique artists. We're going to be sharing some of our favorite poems and giving deep thanks and appreciation to Miss Lori Kirkland for building and inspiring such a beautiful community. It's going to be amazing. If you have poetry in your heart, I urge you to come join us. It's going to be an incredible time. I hope to see you there, from my heart to yours.
Clarise, I heard Bliss say she'll be having book at the event. Can persons get to purchase your book at the event?
I will be happy to bring copies of my book. Excuse me while I live my life. You see, this is my author copy with all of its little post-its in it, but for my pages. But yes, I'll be happy to bring copies of it there, and everyone who would like to get a copy can do so.
Lori, will persons get to have your book at the event?
I can bring some, yes.
And I definitely will be having a lot of my books.
Yeah.
That is
Good.
correct. Tell them precisely.
I am Lori Kirkland of Pawtucket Poetry, inviting you to our 4-year anniversary celebration on January 20th at Atrium on Main. Get your tickets on Eventbrite and we'll see you there.
And I definitely decided to give this even edition a massive promo for the 20th, because this video shall be shared everywhere. Thanks so very much for the participants over here on TikTok. I see I'm clocking over 1,200 likes. Maximum respect for that. You see me on the For You page. Thanks so very much, Scottish, British, and all you wonderful people. Thanks for the gifts over here. And over here again, let me play one more promo I had, because I've been searching for my promo and I can't seem to find it, but I see Bliss's face on it as the thumbnail, so it must be it, because the one that I thought was my promo, it was Bliss's. So let me see what takes place here.
Poetry lovers and fans, listen this. This is an event not to be missed. Right now I'm excited and everyone is invited to the Pawtucket Poetry 4th anniversary. Yeah, you heard me. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, so come listen to some good poems from some of Rhode Island's finest poets and authors. Amazon's bestseller, Clarise Annette Brooks, Jill Miller, yours truly, Amaziyah the Great, the Jamaican poet, author and filmmaker, Shamari Woods, Michael Blaze, Nelson Tabares, Damian Nathaniel, Bliss Matthews, and Vlad Jean. So now just roll in and come in on the scene. On Saturday, January 20th, 2024, all taking place at the Atrium on Main, 285 Main Street, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. It's an early event from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. Showtime, 7 p.m. Hosted by Lori Kirkland. Get your tickets now at Eventbrite or pay more at the door. Tell them precisely. Fully endorsed by Great Amazement World. This is an event not to be missed. Saturday, January 20th.
We're going to have a good time.
Precisely. Clarice, tell them quickly where they can find you.
What was that?
Who?
Clarice.
Oh, you can find me and anything that I'm going to be going up, that's going to be coming up with me on Facebook, Clarise Annette Brooks -author. Or you can find me on Instagram, Clarise Annette Brooks, or on TikTok, Clarice_writes.
Okay. Okay, so let me go to the comment section. I see my daughter saying, greatness, Dad. I also seen Verona saying, you are most welcome. Lori, this one is for you. And the final one is from my daughter. She said, I wish I could be there. But sooner or later, child, you shall be everywhere. There, here, there, everywhere. So worry not, because God is in control. Yes. So I think it's time for me to say I'm gonna go now. Maximum respect again and thanks to all you wonderful, amazing people. I really do appreciate all of you. And the
Thank you,
20th will be streaming here on youtube.com/Great Amaziyah. We'll also be streaming on the Pawtucket Poetry Facebook page and also Great Amazement Multimedia Entertainment LLC. So, support the poets. Turn up and make it great. Like, comment, share everywhere. Tell them precisely. Okay, hold on. Two more people. Oh, yeah, my brother again. He said, love the teamwork. Yes, look, brother, teamwork make the dream work. It's all about family, you see me? So, all right, let's I think that. So, hello, I go patois settings. So my people, them don't know what me I say. Them don't understand me. But here we go on now.
Okay, viewers, fans, friends, my family, them, subscribers, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please do feel absolutely free to drop us your comment and be kind to leave a feedback. Yeah, comment, like, share, and tell others about it. And also remember to hit the notification bell if you want to be updated on what's new. Talking about what's new, go and go check out Amaziyah the Great collections. We have whole heap of merchandise. I'm going with a bag of things. Enough t-shirt designs, don't tell them precisely. Available on Teespring. Enough people are talking about it, but go and go look for yourselves. Links will be in the description below. We have tabs for females, males, babies, cups, phone cases, etc. Mr. Go and go look now. Follow Amaziyah the Great collection on IG and like us on Facebook. If you haven't watched My Name is Pam before, features my sister Quality. Please do go and go watch it and share it as it relates to domestic abuse against women and a woman's struggle through it to independence. Also remember to check out Amaziyah the Great music on Amazon, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Google Play. It's everywhere.
Much love, my people. Maximum respect. We have finally come to the end of the show, and I really appreciate you amazing persons. All my guests today on the TDP, Bliss, Clarice, Lori. Thanks so much for passing through. And once more again, let me say maximum love and respect to all poets, all artists, all promoters, all event organizers and persons with venues. We need more people to support what we all are doing. The the cake is here for all of us to share. So no one can say, hey, I need all the cake to eat off, because the cake can't be completed. You get me? So with that said, join me next Sunday on the TDP show. Tell them precisely. Saturday, January 20th, the Pawtucket Poetry 4th anniversary. Make it a date and don't be late. We start in precisely at 6 p.m. and we have to end the show approximately 10 p.m. or before. So we are asking poets, please, to be on time. We are asking persons who are performing, please, to work with the scheduled time, because we are running with, strict time management. And with all that said, much thanks, blessings, respect, and appreciation to you all. One love.